All right, all right, all right. We hit record this time. Frozen 4, week 3, take 2. Not week 2, but week 3. Week 2 is canceled due to some inclement weather. So here we are, week 3, with the sun's out, and you'll see the buns are out. Here we are, the central wheel, Magenta Express, coming to you live from Farmington, Connecticut.
Man, my boy Evan knows how to give an intro. But let's talk about a little Central Whale here. You need a bike, get over there. Farmington, Connecticut, they'll service you up. You might as well slap on a gold chain while you're there because that's what I'm running. Okay, let's go, boys. Now that we're recording and we're here to stay, I just want to let everybody know this is a Cat 3-4 race. We are a Cat 3-4 team. That's what we are. We're not trying to pretend to be Cat 1s right now. So we're in this for the long haul. We are trying to learn from our mistakes, and we're trying to show you guys out there that are racing against us a little bit of our mindset here. So enjoy the show and hope you guys learn with us as we learn this season.
Yeah, so going into this race, we wanted to be pretty active. We wanted to try and get into a breakaway. And very early on in the race, our guy Turner, who won yesterday on Saturday, gets up the road and he stays away for a good probably half the race.
Yeah, he won yesterday, all right. He won the Majoni Grand Prix in the one and only Central Park. That's right. Magenta Express went to Central Park. 3 of us went there. 2 guys in the 4 race. And our boy Turner took home the top step, racing alongside the Master Field in the Cat 4 race. Awesome race. He didn't even know he won. He thought he got 5th, and then when he called up to the podium, we were egging him on. What a great day, guys, New York City. But he's back today. He's in the break. And Evan, tell us a little bit about his effort in the break today.
I don't know anything about efforts in the break. I try to avoid breaks at all cost. That being said, I was in one once, the worst experience of my life. I not the type of ride I like to do. Similar to Noah, I like to get a little jiggy with it. More so, I like to rip corners, and that's my favorite part about this course. Is definitely T1, T2, where I get to lay the bike down and really feel the grip kick in and those G forces, baby. Brap.
And to the right here, you can see me. That's because today we have 2 cameras, not only my camera, but we have Evan's camera as well.
Yeah. So now from my camera, you see Noah's beautiful booty right there.
Let's talk about those corners, though. So in the B race, I'm seeing a lot of pedaling through these tight corners. And the one thing I saw in the A race, the dudes rip the corners, they pedal to the apex, and they stop in the apex. And I noticed that, and I started riding that myself. In the B race, dudes are scraping pedals on the ground. And we'll actually have a crash here to show later because I think we got some pedal strikes. We had some pedal strikes last year. So Evan, take us through a corner here. Take us through this corner.
This corner is a dicey one because you'll see even I get caught out a little wide here. I'm comfortable next to Noah, but oh hey, ooh, forgot about that cone.
Ooh,
Gets a
signage.
little tight there.
Gotta love the road furniture.
Gotta love it. But yeah, T1, T2, and as Dan said, the difference between a B and an A race is that the A racers are a lot more confident in what they're doing and go tearing into the corner, whereas a lot of the B races tend to slow up before these tight, dicey corners. So that's one of the main differences you see in between them. Just the maintained speed in an A race opposed to a B race.
Yeah, and when I'm in those races early in the year, I'm just trying to learn from the guys like Gino, Ben Wolf, Pendergrass. I'm just trying to take it all in, and then I try to take it back to this ride, help my teammates out, and help this audience here because I'm not the best bike handler. I've admitted it. I'm shaky, but I'm trying to learn. And we see some more pedaling here in the corners. I hate to see it because I've seen too many pedal strokes on the apex when we're leaning those bikes.
Yeah, and you can see I'm here patrolling the front. I'm a little too far forward to be patrolling. Ideally, I want to be, 4th or 5th wheel because as you'll see shortly, an attack goes and I'm too far forward really to react to it in time.
Yeah, and Noah, you spent a lot of time at the front of this race. I was concerned with you. I'm like, Noah, you're supposed to be sprinting today. Noah, you spent, I think you can see you're in the wind here. You're not even behind that guy's wheel, and now we got attacks coming, trying to bridge to the gap. The gap wasn't that big. The gap only was about 20 seconds. We had Turner, our teammate, inside the whole race, and now the race kind of start to explode like it does in Cat 3-4 race. A lot of surges here. So we're kind of watching the surges into the corner on Noah's cam because he spent a lot of time up front today.
Yeah, so I kind of missed that break. I'm trying to get a free ride up. I'm trying to find someone that's going to go and bridge up to them. because that was 3 or 4 guys that just went off the front. And hey, if they catch up to our man Turner, he's going to be outnumbered 6-1. Those aren't great odds. So we definitely want to send someone with them if they're going to make it.
And let's clarify, that's not a break, that's a chase group.
Thank you, Evan. Yeah, absolutely.
But definitely trying to make that chase, you know, taking that free ride or as close of a free ride as he can here. So Noah definitely doing what he's supposed to be doing after he
However,
missed it.
going through this corner, I got pretty confused because we're coming up on a whole bunch of lapped riders. We see this whole mass of bodies, and I got super confused and panicked and just shot off a bullet to try and get up there. Only to, as I get close, realize, oh wait, these guys are clearly lapped riders. They're not going that fast. So that was definitely a bit of a waste of energy. And by the time I get up to these 2 guys that were off the front and the third guy that I just passed, they're kind of sitting up. They're not really doing much work. And you can see my heart rate's at 192, so I was definitely working when I was up here. So probably a bit of an overcommitment there.
We'll see, that bites him in the end.
Absolutely. Every bit of energy that you can save in this race is more than you'll have in the sprint. And you'll see I kind of move to the front here. This is too far forward. I'm going to try and slot back in as we go through the corner.
There's 2 mindsets here. It's March. It's a training race. It's Connecticut. It's cold. So do you just go for it? Do you stay up front? So what Noah's doing is he's getting a hell of a workout in. This is about a 15-minute race, staying out front, leading the pack, slinging the Magenta Express into the dope corners. He's getting the name out there, getting the Magenta some publicity, but he's also doing a lot of work. He's getting ready for April. Or the other mindset, you treat it like an actual points race. You stay in the back, you stay selective, you stay in the top 20, you stay out of the win, and you go for the win at the end. But I think we're trying to do both here, honestly. And that's, I think, one of our problems in this race, this series. We were too focused on getting points for a couple of our teammates.
And up the road right now, you can see Turner. He's alone up the road. He's been off the front for a while now. So I can tell he's starting to slow up, and I'm going to get ready to counterattack him once he gets brought back.
Yeah, one of the things Turner was saying that was hurting him up in the break and that really sapped his legs, as we were talking, he won a race the day before, didn't have much in there, but Turner's got a really big diesel motor. We call him Big Rig. He just likes to go and go and go. What was hurting him was the surges coming through the corners. Now, Turner's a pretty good bike handler. He can handle himself in the corners. And while we see Turner coming up here you see Noah giving a counterattack, launching something off the front to keep it nice and spicy. But going back to Turner, he was able to handle through the corners, but some other guys were not. Some other guys were nice and strong and would really hammer through and pick it up on the flats, and those type of surges really just slowly sapped his legs. So while he was up there for more than half the race, you know, it ultimately did come back to bite him. So up in the break, if they could have worked a little bit better together, a combination of improving bike handling on some parties' parts, throttling down some of the jumps. Oop, there goes Brian. Perfect counterattack there. Also good to note that things got a little confusing there in the lapped riders. Brian thinks he's off the front. He thinks he's the lead group now.
This is a lesson for all of us. We all got to have our head on the swivels. Only one of us knew that there was riders still up the road. What happened was our riders in the front thought the breakaway was part of the Turner's group coming back. Unfortunately, Turner came back exactly at the same time the last riders came back. You know, in the April race, in a May race, the officials are going to be pulling riders. You won't have 20 guys getting lapped, which is insane for a B race. That many guys getting lapped. I don't think I've ever seen it, actually. But here you had it, and only one of us knew. One of our teammates started coming up and telling us, guys, there's riders up, which started even creating more confusion. So we've actually talked about that going forward, everybody. We're going to have a road captain. We're going to have one voice. And I think that's going to make us a better team for the future. And you can see a lot of stuff happening now. We're at Evan's camp. Evan is still trying to get that fitness. He's always doing 430 and going backwards up the hill. Crazy.
Yeah, I'm sucking wind here. It's my least favorite part of the course. I'll definitely be losing some wheels coming over the top here typically, especially this point in the race. I'm just happy to be here. Happy to have made the front-ish selection, if you will. I didn't get dropped. I'm happy with that. my job here was to go and send it into these two corners, and I'm way too far back.
Actually, Evan's favorite part of the course is the plywood that's over the grates because he loves riding over the plywood. And I actually yelled at him once because he spooked me because he hit the plywood so hard. I was like, "What's going on?" He scared me. I think I swore. So I apologize to our fans. We all potty mouth. We're all cleaning that up next week and the week after, and the week after that. So Wells, Massachusetts, when we come up there, we're gonna be clean. We're gonna be friendly. But yeah, Evan scared me because he loves hitting the corners and the plywood. I don't get it. He does. He loves it.
Hey, leave a window open, I'm gonna take it. I found that to be the safest spot. Come in, slip in on the inside, opposed to the outside where you can get pushed outside, and even further outside, I should say. You see here a little sketchy in between the two wheels. Don't go half wheeling. Don't do that. It's not fun.
But look at this.
A little dicey.
You just rode through those two corners. You passed five guys just by freewheeling it because they were backing off. Like that's a great example of being aggressive right there.
You're just being smart in the corners, really. So here we see classic for this race course here anyways, last lap, those T12 nice and hot and spicy coming out of it, and then a whole bunch of freewheels. So this frustrates me because my job, I'm finally at a place where I can get back up there. This guy blocks me out. I want to be sailing. I want to be flying right through here. I want to be getting to the front. I want to just kind of die on this hill and let everybody come flying up around me. I'm getting boxed out. I'm getting a little frustrated. Ooh, look at that. Open space. Let me go there. But look at what's ahead of me. Bunch of free wheels. I come hammering in and brakes. Full brakes. Something bad's gonna happen here. Something ain't right. Oh, look at that. Rider down. Yoink!
Yikesy!
Brap.
Yikesy! Look at Evan go.
Me and my boy Zach had to pull the chute there. Luckily, we both ride mountain bikes, so we know what to do.
In here, we're going to come back to me on my last lap. This is half a lap to go right here. And I'm farther up in the pack, sitting top 5 wheels, right where I want to be.
Now, if Noah was riding for the team, he would have railed it right here and blown by all these guys, or at least come up on the inside. And instead of tucking in and trying to hide and ride as a single rider, he would have gone in and gone for the team here. He's got the points. He's already at 3. He doesn't need to be winning this race. He doesn't need to be, jostling for that. We got other riders we're trying to get into that position.
Yeah, and then going through that corner, I heard a big crash behind me, so I really wasn't sure, who was still behind me or what was going on. I didn't look back. Number one thing when you hear a crash behind you is don't look back because you're just going to cause another crash.
What else do? You send it.
Yep, and things started to slow down going into the last corner, which is kind of weird, so I sent it, and I sent it really, really early. I tried to keep the power up to the corner, and I'm just going as hard as I can. You see my heart rate's getting up there, 194. I'm going as hard as I can, and I'm telling my body to push harder, but sometimes there's just nothing left. I did a little too much work earlier in the race, and as we come up to the line, 2 guys come around me.
So no, you snagged 5th here, right? 5th in the line.
Yep, that was 5th. So not the result I wanted, but a result nonetheless.
So we had a guy in the break, but we still managed 5th. Not the perfect result, but guys, hey, that's week 2 for us, and we'll be coming back at you next week with Frozen 4, week 4, and then we're gonna head to Massachusetts, hit some wells up, and then it's go 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 because the race season just keeps going, boys. So we hope you guys are learning something out there. Once again, we're a Cat 3 and 4 team, and we're just looking to learn, looking to have some fun. So we hope to see you out there. Magenta Express out.
Don't forget to smash that like button, follow along the channel, and leave some comments down below.